Rest in peace to our brother Kevin Samuels. I'm gonna share my sense on this. From what I know of Kevin Samuels, he was an image consultant, and from what his content displayed, I remember I seen his content somewhere last year. Um, he would basically kind of like let people know where they stand in his societal terminology of value and like how much money you make and all like what a woman deserves, what a man deserves. He kind of went into that kind of realm. I can't give y'all what he would give because I didn't really tune into him that much to give y'all. But from some of the content that I've seen people speak as he's now journeyed onward, it made me interested to like, look at this and like kind of see why everybody feels so densely like one way about this, and just from hearing some of the ways he say certain things, I can see where, a lot of personalities and egos might have been very ruffled. I can see that clearly. But there's one thing I want to speak on that I don't know if anybody's going to hear unless I say it, and it's truly, what are we really looking at him for? Like he did his job, and the job in which he did, you have to understand, like the system is not interested in self originality. So for him to be where he is, to do what he did, it seems like it's normal. But then if I start asking y'all some questions, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, there's some things that we have not actually asked and we're not looking at. And we're it's like we're playing the game, but we're not even understanding that we're the game, we're choosing to play ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, every single person walking on this earth right now, anybody holding a phone in their hand came from a woman. Here pulling up on this delicious Mother's Day. Happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers. Every day is a Mother's Day. In truth, because without mothers, there's no you. Talk to me about that. I feel like if we want to really consult anything, we should be consulting the spirit, because without the spirit, there is no man. So you could look at me, he probably say, image consulting on this. Like, this brother got a sweatshirt on, probably, he put me in the whole like category, how much money I probably make based on how I'm presenting myself right now. But if we were to live our entire life based on the substance that's seen on the outside, what's really that's going to be seen? What's real that's going to be really seen then? Because love is an illusionary concept in the matrix societal world. It's like love means, you know, fucking I don't know, Disney romance and shit like that. But without having the true concept of the depth that love is, not the surface that love is. And I feel like that's like what a lot of his content was, a lot of the surface. But I don't blame him because that's his job. So, like, y'all asking somebody to look at you in the way that he's been trained, as if it's the best way to look at somebody, and y'all taking what he's saying and being mad about it. But that's not the best way to look at anybody, because nobody is just what they are on the outside. That's a false misconception of who we actually are. And I feel like if we're not having that conversation, we're not really talking at all. It's just egos having, a jerk off, brains, thoughts, and facts, and measuring against this and that. And I understand you definitely don't want to pick the what's it called, too ripe or whatever the case. But what are we really valuing ourselves on as human beings? Is it the way that we've matched the representation of what life is today? Because if we're matching a representation of what life is, then I guess we have no fucking idea what life is. You understand? Because if we're not allowing ourselves to honor the spirit by which we even become humans, then we're not having the right conversation nowhere near. Because it's like, I'm supposed to think that it's okay for the conversation around what a woman is, despite the fact that she brings everything that actually is to create anything that's ever been seen on this fucking planet Earth. Like, brother, like we're looking at the essence of God as a woman, and we're trying to objectify her to see what she's worth. There's no worth to put on a woman, because she's the only way you get here, boss. Like, you wouldn't be the boss if she didn't decide, yes, now's the time, I'm gonna push now. If she said no, forget about it, fuck it, we would just say everybody gets to not go, because without her saying yes, you wouldn't be here, brother. Sis, without your mom, it's not possible. So I feel like the dynamic in which we should be looking at people should have less to do with what they've accumulated in the material world. The material world is built to drain us, not serve us. So this shit is on backwards. Why the fuck we on an infinite abundant planet and you don't see no food growing nowhere? That's because the matrix control system, the corporation would like to control the dynamic of light, love, frequency that reaches each and every single individual through the doorways. So I guess we got to think life is scarce because no food grows anywhere. Just these little things that are encapsulating our minds to think that there's something other than life out there worth getting. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and, build somebody else's entire legacy and fucking everything so they can give me some credits to go buy the shit that I should already fucking have because everybody already knows that everybody needs the same shit on this bitch. So to me, I feel like everything I'm saying right now is so direct on this because our brother Kevin Samuels showed what he felt was most important. Let me show y'all what I feel is most important. I feel like nobody has seen that shit because nobody's paying attention and nobody's looking within at all. So they just looking to see what's on the outside. Now, of course, you're definitely not gonna if you're talking about this currency and all this fucking colonial shit, I guess if you're gonna buy a car, you're not gonna buy a beaten up, broken ass car can't get from point A to point B. You feel me? You're just not gonna choose that. But you're definitely not gonna over choose the simple fact that this same car got the same amount of passenger seats and everything like this, but then the one that they're selling has what fucking $1,000 on the doors and $10,000 on the floors and motherfucking stars on the roof. And I fucking love a Bugatti too, but what is the value of what this thing is? We are overvaluing the wrong things, y'all. And this shit is destroying our soul. Y'all don't see that shit? Y'all don't feel that shit, goddamn? So I want to make sure I drop a little bit of 2 cents, 4 cents, however many quarters y'all can count on this conversation here with our brother Kevin Samuels. I'd love to jump back into this and talk about this because I feel like, just looking at it from the space in which the conversation started, it's not wholesome to me. I got to sweep the air from underneath your feet first, make sure that we're looking at this whole shit correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if we're not even looking at that shit correctly, then we wasting our open eyes time. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, brother. Like, on some real shit, brother. On some real shit. So with that being stated, tune into God, living and breathing and having life inside of you. And be life too. All about your business. Peace.